Welcome, seekers of the supernatural. Tonight, we journey to Amityville, New York, a place where legends have blurred the line between fact and fiction for decades. This is the story of one of America's most infamous haunted houses, the Amityville Horror. Over the next few minutes, we will sift through the layers of fear, folklore, and controversy to unravel the truth behind the terror. If you're passionate about uncovering the secrets behind true paranormal phenomena, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon. Because tonight, we dive deep into the chilling history of a case that has captivated the world for over 4 decades. The Amityville house, located at 112 Ocean Avenue, was built in 1920 and stood as a modest home in a quiet, seemingly unremarkable neighborhood. But behind its unassuming exterior lay a dark chapter, a series of events that would forever taint its legacy. In November 1974, a gruesome mass murder shook this community to its core when Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family within these walls. This brutal act set the stage for the paranormal claims that would later engulf the house. Shortly after the DeFeo murders, George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, moved into the house. They reported inexplicable occurrences almost immediately. Strange noises, shifting shadows, and an overwhelming sense of dread that permeated every room. Over the course of just 28 days, the Lutz family documented their experiences, which would later be popularized by the book and film, The Amityville Horror. Their accounts included chilling encounters with disembodied voices, inexplicable cold spots, and terrifying apparitions. But how much of their story is fact, and how much has been amplified by time and media? Many who claim to have experienced the paranormal at Amityville insist that the phenomena were real and terrifying. Neighbors recounted unexplained sounds, footsteps echoing in empty rooms and doors slamming shut without cause. Former employees of paranormal investigation teams later testified to the palpable, oppressive energy in the house during their visits. I remember stepping inside and feeling a sudden drop in temperature. It was as if the air itself was charged with a malevolent presence. Every nerve in my body screamed that something was very, very wrong. While many events reported at Amityville are undoubtedly unsettling, it's important to consider natural explanations. Structural issues, psychological stress, and even environmental factors like drafts and mold can contribute to these experiences. Indeed, the debate over Amityville remains fiercely divided. Some experts believe that the house's history and the surrounding media frenzy may have created a feedback loop, intensifying the perceptions of supernatural activity. Media attention played a pivotal role in cementing the Amityville legend in popular culture. Sensational headlines, dramatized interviews, and the subsequent Hollywood adaptation amplified the mystique of the case, ensuring its place in paranormal lore. But with fame came controversy. Critics argue that media embellishments distorted the true events, casting doubt on the veracity of the Lutz family's claims. So, what do the facts really tell us? To uncover the truth, we must turn to the written records. Police reports from November 1974 detail the tragic events perpetrated by Ronald DeFeo Jr. Yet the subsequent accounts of paranormal activity remain largely undocumented in official records. Researchers have combed through old files, but many questions persist. While some evidence is undeniable, like the documented murders, the haunting claims of the Lutz family have left investigators with little to no physical proof. Instead, they rely on personal testimonies and anecdotal evidence, which, though compelling, remain shrouded in mystery. In recent years, paranormal investigators have returned to the Amityville house, armed with cutting-edge technology in an attempt to capture irrefutable evidence. EVP recordings, thermal images, and even time-lapse footage have been collected in various attempts to validate the supernatural claims. We set up multiple cameras and sensors throughout the house. While we did capture unexplained audio phenomena, nothing could definitively prove a paranormal presence. It's as if the house defies the very tools we use to investigate it. These findings only add layers to the mystery. For every piece of technological evidence, skeptics counter with alternative explanations, leaving the case as one of the most enduring enigmas in paranormal history. The impact of the Amityville Horror extends far beyond the confines of Amityville itself. Its story has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries, each adding their own spin to the legend. The 1979 film adaptation, in particular, cemented the case in the annals of horror history. These adaptations have both helped and hindered the case. While they have brought attention to the haunting, they have also muddied the waters between documented history and pure fiction. This interplay of fact and narrative has become a hallmark of modern paranormal storytelling. Decades later, public fascination with the Amityville Horror endures. On social media, discussions and debates about the case are as heated as ever. Many still swear that the events at Amityville were real, while others remain convinced that the legend is a byproduct of collective hysteria and media exploitation. This case isn't just about a haunted house. It's about how our fears, perceptions, and cultural narratives shape what we believe to be real. Whether you're a staunch believer or a skeptical observer, the Amityville Horror forces us to confront the blurred line between reality and myth. As our investigation comes to a close, the truth behind the Amityville Horror remains elusive. Official records confirm a tragedy occurred here in 1974, but the ghostly phenomena reported by the Lutz family and subsequent investigators continue to defy explanation. Is it the result of psychological stress, environmental factors, or an actual paranormal presence? The answer is as murky as the legends themselves. I want to know what you think. Have you ever experienced something that defies explanation? Do you believe that some houses truly harbor restless spirits? Share your thoughts and your own paranormal encounters in the comments below. Your stories might even be featured in an upcoming episode. Next week, we dive into another chilling case, a story that has baffled researchers for years and continues to haunt the public consciousness. Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery behind one of the most perplexing unsolved paranormal cases in American history. Thank you for joining me on this journey through darkness and despair. Remember, sometimes the scariest truths are hidden in plain sight. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay haunted.